What's up, guys? Super exciting day for me personally because I have never driven a Tesla before. So I'm finally behind the wheel of a Tesla Model X. Now, I've ridden in the passenger seat of one Model X previously and I was blown away by the acceleration, but I just went for a really short road test with a gentleman back when I worked at Ford. One of our customers actually owned a Model X and he took me for a quick ride and I was amazed by it. So I've been interested in the Tesla line since they came out, but like I said, I've never driven one. So today, behind the wheel of the Model X. Now, this isn't going to be like a full in-depth review because, to be honest with you, I don't know that much about this car and I don't really have time to do a bunch of research. So it's basically going to be me. I'm going to do a quick walk around. We'll put it up in the air so we can see the undercarriage because I've never seen that before. We're going to pull the wheels off so you'll get to see the mechanics of the suspension and whatnot. But as far as all the features and things go, it's pretty complex and I'm not really sure how to use all of them. So this is basically going to be a video of maybe your first experience of walking up to a Tesla and taking it for a spin. But I'm super excited, so stay tuned. Alright, so here we go. We're walking up to the Model X for the first time. Now, the lot attendant had told me that if you push the button on the key fob twice, the door will open. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Holy heck. Alright, now I think if you push the door handle, the calling door will open. That is so freaking cool. Holy heck. And you see we got captain's chairs for the rear passengers. They look just as comfortable as the front seats. Not a ton of leg room back here though. And then the rear seats are much smaller. Still pretty cool looking. There's a button here to close the door. All right, let's check out the cargo area. All right, so it's fairly deep, but not a ton of room back here. But these seats do fold down, so it will give you some more space. But like I said, it is fairly deep. Oh, we got a little broken piece right there. Go ahead and close that. So you can see, we got the backup camera there, and then we come around to the side. We got a camera in the B pillar, and then also, like I showed you before, we got cameras in the emblem. So that's a lot of cameras out here, so you can definitely see a lot of things. So the windshield on this thing is crazy. It comes all the way up to the roof line there. So once we get inside, you'll be able to see that a little bit better. But all in all, I mean, even the look of the outside of it, like I said, is pretty sweet. We can check out the front. So there's a good amount of cargo space in here, really. It's really deep. Not too bad. That's where you can put your only fluid, the washer fluid. So we got the LED headlights and fog lights. All right, let's check out the interior. Door panel, pretty normal stuff here. Like I said, the controls look German. Side here, see the big digital dash display. Steering wheel, somewhat bland, still nice and thick, and it's a power adjustable steering wheel. And we got the giant screen that Tesla's famous for. But look at this windshield. Just keeps going and going and going. It's crazy. We got a couple cubbies here, some cup holders in the armrest. We got an electric door for the glove box. We got some skylights in the rear as well. They don't open, but put a lot of light in the car. It's got this awesome suede headliner. All in all, pretty awesome. So you have the door open here, and there is a door handle, but as soon as you put your foot on the brake, the door closes automatically. Crazy. Now, there is no on-off button in the vehicle at all. Once you get in and open the door and sit down, everything's ready to go. So you just put the car in reverse. See the nice big backup screen there and all the sensors, and you're ready to drive. Easy peasy. And then when you stop the car and get out and close the door with the key, everything powers off. So there's no need to turn the car on or off manually. So this touchscreen does a ton of amazing things. Most of the things I'm not familiar with. But you can see you can adjust the seats. You can raise and lower the suspension. You can do the lights, the driving, autopilot. So many things. You change the display brightness and all that stuff. You can check it for service, software update. You have the climate controls on there as well. All the seats are heated, front and rear, heated steering wheel. Check out the radio. You can make the map gigantic. You check out the radio controls. Just an unbelievable amount of technology in here. All right, we're ready for our first drive in the Tesla Model X. So it has very German controls, like the window switches and the steering wheel and everything. The shifter all feels very German. So we're going to go ahead and put it in drive and see what happens. That's crazy. You can see all the little cars on the screen there. You can see like kind of everything all around you on the screen. So that is pretty amazing. So quiet. Sounds like a remote control car. I noticed already it has a lot of engine braking, or motor braking I should say. When you let off the gas pedal, it does slow down fairly quick. And you know, when you're using the brakes, that will help recharge the battery with the regenerative braking. Oh, you can even see the cars on the path, on the the cars coming from the opposite direction on there. That is amazing. Unbelievably smooth and quiet. So yeah, there's a million things on this touchscreen. So we're not going to have time to play with all of them. Oh, it's telling me a car is coming. Not going to have time to play with all of it, but just to look at it is pretty awesome. So we'll navigate to the Volkswagen dealer. Oh, the navigation even comes up on the center screen as well, and then we have the voltage and everything. Like I said, super duper smooth and quiet. I can feel it vibrating when I go outside the lane. It's got the lane keeping assist, which you know every car has now, but Tesla was one of the first, I believe. Once we get to the bottom of the hill, we'll do a little acceleration run. Man, this touchscreen, it's almost too distracting. That's all I want to do is look at that. I'm not sure if we'll figure out how to use the autopilot today, but I mean, this car does have that as an option. Alright, we're going to try a quick 0 to 60 run here from a stop. Holy crap. Woo, holy moly. That is unbelievable. doesn't make a peep, and we're going 67 miles an hour. Now I think 0 to 60 on this is 4.4 seconds, but man, when you can't hear anything and you just feel the torque, the sensation is pretty unbelievable. Wow, that was awesome. So I got the autopilot screen up here, but I'm not exactly sure how to engage it. Probably be best if we don't mess with that today. Like I said, I got to get it back to the dealership for service. But I definitely wanted to take it for a ride and show you guys what it was like to experience it. It's awesome. Smooth, quiet, comfortable. Seats are awesome. Steering wheel is nice and thick. Let's hit it again. Holy heck. Oh my goodness. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Thoroughly impressed with the performance of this car. Put it up on the lift, pull the wheels, check out the undercarriage. So that might be something you guys have never seen before in any Tesla review. Alright, we got the car up on the rack. Here's a closer look at the wheel and tire assembly. Here's a look at the upper control arm and the shock absorber. This vehicle has two 65/45/20 front tires, but they're 275s in the rear. It's got a really decent sized brake caliper on here. Make our way to the back of the vehicle. Like I said, we got a 275 tire in the rear. Here's a look at the rear shock absorber. 275/45/20. I don't know why they staggered the tires on this. I thought that was kind of weird. But we also have pretty decent sized brakes in the rear of the vehicle as well. Come on to the back. I didn't mention this is the Model X P100D, which is the most expensive Model X. This one's stickered for around $140,000. Now let's check out the undercarriage. Here's a look at the front suspension. The lower control arms, tire rod ends, and everything are all aluminum for weight savings. Here's a look at the CV axle. It's got two lower ball joints. There's a lower strut mount and the sway bar link. Here's a look at that pretty massive caliper, 4-piston. Over to the other side, as you see, we got a lot of shielding underneath here. It's pretty much smooth. All the way back. Really nothing to see here. That's a lot of screws you'd have to take off to service anything under this vehicle. Makes for much better aerodynamics though. Here's a look at the rear caliper, spindle, lower control arm, all nice thick aluminum, high quality stuff. And out to the back. No exhaust tips back here though. Let's look at the axle shaft and everything. Yep, pretty smooth, pretty boring under here. Now that we have the wheel off, you can take a look at the brake assembly, the spindle, upper control arm, and shock absorber assembly. Here's the sway bar and the electronic steering rack. You can see the subframe is aluminum as well. Here's a look at the axle shaft and the brake pads. Like I said, this is a pretty decent sized front brake setup. Alright, now we can take a look at the rear brakes, rear subframe, rear shock absorber. See, that's all aluminum as well. The upper control arms, the height sensor, sway bar, body mounts. Look at the rear brake caliper and rear brake pads. Alright, man, I'm super impressed with this. The seats, like I said, are amazingly comfortable and supportive for an SUV. It drove fantastic, super quiet. The acceleration is unbelievable. But some of the stuff I think is a little bit bland, like the steering wheel is pretty bland, and like the front end, I still think they could put some vents in there, even though they wouldn't really do anything, but just make it more aesthetically pleasing. But man, this is awesome. I'm even more interested in a Tesla than I was before I drove it. So I hope you guys like this video. If you've never seen a Tesla before, I think this is some pretty good info for you. Like if you were going to just go drive one for the first time, you would probably come across the same things I have. Like, drives awesome, but there's a lot of electronics going on here that you may not understand. You might need someone to tell you, how to do certain things. But man, it was super awesome driving experience. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for checking out my channel. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, check out my Facebook page, and have a great day.